Siloam Yisraela. Siloam to the royal family. See, the world hates this truth. The world hates love. If it accepted love, it wouldn't be in the condition that it's in. It's not because it rejects something else, it's because it rejects love. So if you stand on truth and love, what do you think that means for you? It means you're going to be hated. Not because of you and who you are, but because of what you're standing on. And when you bring that truth and that light into darkness, you're hated by this world. Because the world is full of dark deeds. People that like to do dark deeds in the dark. They don't want that light shining. So, because of that, a lot of people don't let their light shine. See, you don't let that truth burst out of you because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you. Well, what are real soldiers at today? What are real spiritual warriors at today? You're going to let your light shine today? Or you're going to let this world dictate what you're going to do? You're going to let this world dictate how you're going to feel, how you're going to act. Who you going to listen to? What you going to say, how you going to dress? You feel me? You going to let the world dictate that? Or you going to let the truth dictate that? And you're going to stand with truth and love today and be hated by the world too, see? Be rejected by the world. You see? Y'all say y'all read y'all scriptures and y'all know them, but prove all things then. Prove you know them by how you live. It's because a lot of you haven't done that internal work. You haven't looked within yourself. You haven't addressed your own personal issues. So when someone asks you, hey, why have you done this to yourself? Why have you neglected yourself? Why have you hurt yourself? Why have you settled for less? Why have you been in situations that make you unhappy? Why do you put up with that job that you hate? Why do you put up with that relationship that you hate? Why are you doing that to yourself if you're so-called loving yourself? You see? It's because you're not loving yourself. It's why you find yourself in those circumstances. Because if you loved yourself, you'd separate from things that make your vibrations drop. You separate from people that hurt you. You would separate from things that hurt you. If you loved yourself, isn't that easy to understand? All while simultaneously saying we're happy, saying we're loving ourselves, putting on a front, being hypocritical, hiding behind a mask, covering our tears up with makeup, covering our bruises up with clothes. Hiding in the dark, you see? Because we all have a child within us that we neglected through our life. If you are on this journey, then you are a giver. You've been giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and receiving little in return. That's because you're giving yourself little love. You see? You're giving all that energy out, but you're not giving it to yourself. So when it says love your neighbor as yourself, if you're not loving yourself, then are you truly loving your neighbor? You think you are. I know you think you are. It's being done ignorantly. You don't know because you were never taught how to truly love yourself. Because Israel, how many of us grew up in a home with a loving mother and father? And they both instructed and both taught us lovingly and taught us how to love I am. How to say those words over ourselves in truth. I am smart. I am important. I am beautiful. I am magnificent. I matter. You see? A lot of us did not learn that growing up. So we never learned how to love ourselves. So then we looked at society for how to love and what love was, instead of looking to the word of the Most High Yah. And we were being led by shepherds who didn't know. We were being led by shepherds who led us astray. They didn't know the right way to the truth. They led us as sheep toward the slaughter. The shepherds did. And the Most High is going to deal with them for that. He already is. Where are these shepherds now? All of these men of the cloth, these powerful teachers, where are they? What are they doing? What are they teaching now? Where are they? Where are their big, large congregations and churches? Come on. Come on. It's about truth, guys. And so when you look at your own self and you start to evaluate yourself, you're going to see that, you know what? I haven't been loving myself. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about specifically now. It's about you loving yourself. And you have to start with being honest with yourself. Truth and love, Israel. So ask yourself today why you've neglected yourself, why you've hurt yourself, why you've put yourself in dangerous situations, why you've allowed yourself to be taken advantage of by others, why you said yes when you should have said no, why you said no when you should have said yes. Evaluate those things because those are defects. That means you're not living in your truth when you're saying no when you should say yes. When you're saying yes when you should say no. All my sisters that's listening to this, you know you've done it. You said yes when you should have said no. But you didn't know how to do that. You didn't know how to firmly just say no without thinking and feeling thoughts that harm would come to you. Because that's mostly why you didn't say no, sis. Because of the feeling thoughts you had about some harm coming to you if you resisted. So I just took it. I'll take it. I'll take the discomfort of this situation so he doesn't have to. I'll take it. No. No. That's not loving yourself. See, because perfect love casts out fear. When you love yourself perfectly, then you're not afraid, sis. So you don't have to sit there and go, well, if I tell this man no, then he might hurt me. If I resist him, then he might hurt me. That's not loving yourself. Because that means that you don't believe that the Most High will protect you. Ultimately is what it's saying. I don't believe the Most High is able to protect me. But if you knew he was protecting you at all times, you would assume that you were protected at all times. I am protected. So no. No. You see? But us tender-hearted ones, it was very difficult for us to say no. People pleasers. See, that's a defect, as well as narcissism. A lot of people focus on narcissism, but they don't focus on that codependency. They don't focus on that person who neglects themselves. You see? They don't focus on that defect. That's the complainer. These narcissists are always hurting me. They're always just taking advantage of me. They're always just using me until I have nothing left. They don't leave me even with a drop of my spirit and soul left. You see? That's the complainer. The codependent. I'm happy if you're happy. You see? Happy wife, happy life. beta energy, not alpha energy. You see? And that's why you find yourself in the circumstances that you do. Just like in nature, the beta male finds himself alone, without a pride. But the alpha finds himself with a pride, ruling shit, because he's living in truth. You understand that? And the same thing goes for you. When you're asking yourself these questions, you have to be honest. And you guys are not being honest. You're not eliminating everybody else out of your head when you ask yourself why you do what you do. You have to eliminate everybody else. I like that. Illuminate. Yeah, you need to illuminate you and eliminate everybody else. And just look and say, let me see. I'm doing that because I'm afraid. And that's so hard for people to do right there. And that's what keeps you from salvation. That's what keeps you from coming into oneness with the truth. Because you just sugarcoat how you truly feel. And I realize that most of the people that I talk to about this, that's what they're doing. They're just putting it off on someone else. Well, the reason why I feel like this is because this person did this to me. Or this happened to me. Or that happened outside of them. That happened out there. And this happened. This person did this. So I did that. No. Because if you're loving yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. And they can come to you talking about something. Give me all your money, I'm going to fucking rob you. I'm safe. So I don't know what you think you're doing. I am protected, bro, by the Most High Yah. Don't you understand that? So you do what you think you need to do, but the Most High going to judge you for that shit, man. You shouldn't be stealing. We all know that shit. That ain't loving your brother. You just start talking like that, that nigga going to be convicted as hell. What the hell? Because it's true. It's true. It keeps you from putting fear off. You just don't have fear. Because perfect love is with you at all times now. You're just constantly walking in it. But you can't attain to it if you haven't addressed your defects. If you haven't addressed your scars. You see? That's what a healer does. That's what he does. See, I'm sent to the heart chakra of Israel. I'm sent to their heart. To speak to their heart, to convict their hearts. And I'm doing it. And that's why they're all coming at me with hatred from the world. You see? Because it's a double-edged blade. On one side, it's healing. And on the other side, it's poison. You see? Because I'm looking at what's in your heart. I'm pulling at what's in your heart, Israel. Not somebody else's heart, not what somebody else did or no any blaming. No, it's you. It's your heart today. The listener, you who are listening, it's your heart today. It's nothing else. It's about you being honest with what's going on in there. So if you find yourself getting envious, angry, contentious with a person, it's your heart that needs to be dealt with. Not, well, if they did this, I would never do that. No, you need to switch your vibration and then they won't do it. They won't be able to do it. Let me give you a little mystery. When you're listening to music in your car, you have it on a radio station and you hear classical music come out of the radio, come out of the speakers. Classical music on this station. We're going to use single numbers to keep it simple. So on station 7, it's classical music. You say, I'm done listening to that. Let me see what else on the radio. You turn to station 9. Rap music comes on. Now, is the classical station still broadcasting on channel 7? Yes. But can you hear it when you're on channel 9? No. Do you understand that concept? It doesn't mean the information is not being broadcast. It just means that you're on another frequency now. So you're hearing different music. So when you're transformed by the renewing of your mind, you are now vibrating on a different frequency. So different sounds have to, or people, or circumstances, or livelihood, or acquaintances and friends, family, a new station, you understand that, has to come into your life now or come into your ears now. Follow? Because your vibration is switched from I'm sick, I'm poor, I'm stupid, I'm whatever they are. And you see, you don't know you're thinking that about yourself because you're not in touch with your feelings. Because you were neglected growing up, and now you're neglecting yourself. Because like I said, Israel, most of us had a hell of a childhood. Okay, that's part of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 for not being loving. So it's hard to be raised as a Hebrew child in a wicked world where people don't know what love is. Specifically, your people don't know what it is. So how are they raising you with love? So you're already at a disadvantage. You see? You understand that? Of what love is. And then you're living in a world that's telling you to hate yourself. Little black girls, you ask them, are you pretty? No, I'm ugly because I'm dark. You see? So how can you love your neighbor? How can that little so-called black girl, Hebrew girl, how can that little Hebrew girl love her neighbor as herself if she hates herself? She thinks she's ugly. How can she love her neighbor if she thinks she's ugly? And it's so embedded in her, it just came when she came. When she was born into the world, that thought came with her. Wow. She just grew up feeling that way. Wow. But if she was being told, baby, listen to me. I am loved. I am loved. I am loving. I am loving. I am brave. I am brave. I will be brave. I will be brave. When she's talking, she's being told to speak this way. Her life changes. She feels loved, safe, secure. Now she's free to investigate her own thoughts at all times to keep herself safe, covered. See? But boy, oh boy, when you don't know if you're important, if you don't know if you're valuable, then you start to listen to the world, which is liars. See, you live in a wicked world. You are not of this world. So you're listening to them tell you what you are, which they're telling you, you is stupid. You're a fuck up. You're low life. And you start to fall for that shit and believe it. And then, like I say, you're a giver. So you're doing everything you can to try to please this person. You're doing everything. And then when you do whatever little thing it is you did, whatever it's cook a beautiful dinner, make the house all beautiful, clean, put oils all over the place, put rose petals all through the damn house, paint and repaint the fucking house, fucking clean the car, get the carpet clean, do the furniture, upholstery, all this shit. You even made a fucking cake. And they just shrug their shoulders and walk past, and now your whole life is screwed. You understand that? How you're connected to their feelings when you shouldn't be. So that's all I want to say. Y'all stay focused, Yisrael. All right? Shalom.